Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hi there, Hundan. Long time no see. This is definitely your simplest oracle by far.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Patty. Now it all makes sense. Zack, we need to hurry back to the hotel and put all this in order.
Oh, you're still here? Okay, let me take a... Looking good. Oh, remember, in order to get better, see you later. Oh, if you ever got any skateboard... Oh, you're...
Were you thinking about Galena too? And all the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states? Zack, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland, with small towns scattered about here and there. That's how America looks to me. Compared to the scale of this entire country, New York, Chicago, and LA are all microscopic. Sometimes they even feel like figments of my imagination. Think back to what Las Vegas looked like when we were driving up I-15. It was a mirage. The TV and movies dress up those mirages and broadcast them to people all around the world. Meanwhile, American women become fascinated by the gorgeous city lights and are drawn toward those illusions. We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Lucarin is no different from that of the 70s, Zack. No, they don't have a movie theater. So I suppose it's even farther back than that. But it's true that these are the times in which one always encounters the best movies. It's always been that way, hasn't it? Think back with me. Remember that hotel in the rundown town near Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh? I took a shower, and by the time I got back into bed, it had already started. Time Walker. 1982, directed by Tom Kennedy. I started watching it without any idea as to what it was about, but it instantly got me hooked. The plot highly exceeded all my expectations, constantly revealing shocking truth after shocking truth. It was a hyper-realism masterpiece. Even after we checked out from the hotel, we couldn't get that film out of our heads. Not even when we stopped by the Monroeville Mall, the primary filming location for Dawn of the Dead. If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decomposed. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then. But this one looks a lot smaller than the aerial lift bridge. Its smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river and the sea level of this area. The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges' base heights are set at a higher point so that boats can freely pass underneath them. But I imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch here due to the river width and the sea level. That's why we're seeing all these mobile bridges such as lift bridges and drawbridges around here. As far as Louisiana goes, it appears that they've built mobile bridges over most of the bayous. Fascinating, isn't it, Zack? So many different types of bridges. I'm curious to learn even more about bridges now. Let's do some detailed research next time we get the chance. So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking. We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental. Looks like a case of bad timings. Let's come back later.
You again? Ain't you got nothing better to do? You want to ride in my boat? Well, fine. But my girl ain't no... She's an airboat. Built presuming I'll take you wherever you want. But I reckon since this be your first time...
Chuck, that was quite a stimulating experience. I feel like you truly possess a special talent for this.
The hell you just say to me? What do you mean, never seen a guy as small as me pilot a boat? You know what? I don't care what you are.
Don't misunderstand me, Chuck. I wasn't talking about your physical characteristics or your motor abilities.
Then what the hell were you talking about?
Your talent for entertaining people. On the surface, you appear to push people away. But deep down, you're actually a people person who loves to entertain. And thanks to that, you were able to teach an outsider like me about the true beauty of this swamp. Using your own unique method, of course. Entertaining people is a talent, and you've got it. That's what I think is special. The person who gave you permission to farm here must have also noticed that about you, which is why they felt comfortable about giving you free range over this area. They must have been convinced that you were the best possible tour guide for the swamps of Lucare.
Oh, well, shoot. You would think so? Well, in that case,
Zack, Chuck also possesses one other special quality. His obsession with his own turf. When a living creature owns its own turf, it'll risk its life to protect it. To that creature, Losing its turf means instantly losing its ability to survive. Perhaps PJ's son entrusted the swamp to Chuck because he noticed this quality as well. We found many new truths hidden in Lena Doman's journal. And some of them went far beyond our wildest dreams. First, we should clear up who PJ's first daughter is. She was a complete mystery until now. But after reading Lena's journal, I became convinced of something. She still lives somewhere in this town. Lena's journal stated that this woman married someone from the same town. Did you figure it out yet, Zack? Who is PJ Clarkson's first daughter? Yes, Melvin's beloved wife and the most beautiful woman in town, Candy. She's PJ Clarkson's first daughter. Which means that just like Galena, Candy also carries his blood. Now we know why Melvin said that Galena was a beauty who could attract a lot of attention. Candy had no interest in the inheritance and was also sexually liberated. That must be why PJ ended up coddling Lena so much. Candy is supposedly sick, but she's now become a key person in our case. She must be why Melvin's gone missing. Melvin's beloved wife, Candy, committed a transgression in her past. Zack, what was it? That's right. Candy had intercourse with Lena. Then she gave birth to a child. A child that we know very well. We never heard any mention of her biological father anywhere in town, despite how much these country folk love to spread rumors. I knew there had to be some secret connected to her birth, but I never thought it'd be something like this. It's beyond anything I ever could have imagined, Zack. Next up is the Fool King, Zack. All you need to do is pick out the person who acted most like a fool when we encountered them. Honestly, the answer is clear, and it's a painful one to accept, isn't it, Zack? Melvin. He's got to be the Fool King. The way he's acted from the moment he located Lisa's body up to now. The way Galena was murdered, silenced without any resistance. His discord with the Clarksons, the words PJ left behind, and the engineer boot prints we saw at the discovery site. It feels like the missing puzzle pieces are all falling into place now. But why did he decide to take part in Lena's plan? According to Patricia, he seemed to be avoiding Lena. There's no way he actually could have believed that the goddess of fertility would come and save the town. Oh. So that's it, Melvin. As you nursed Candy, you too became corrupted by Sang Rouge. Drugs rob people of their judgment. They slowly but surely eat away at their users. That's most likely the reason it took Lena so long to enact her plan. I don't know what to say, Zack. This is absolutely unbearable. Lena fell in love with her older sister Candy, and the two of them had intercourse. But afterwards, Lena realized that there was a disparity between her body and her mind, and descended into suffering. Finally, Lena left home and decided to live on as Professor R. Meanwhile, Candy fell in love with Melvin, which led to her leaving home as well. I could only guess that Lena and Candy's relationship continued after they left home. Then, their strange love transformed into something else that bound them together in a powerful new way. Lena must have periodically delivered Sang Rouge to Candy as offerings to the goddess of fertility. It's hard to keep going with this, Zack. You know where it's all leading, don't you? If Lena's plan was to kill off every last Clarkson aside from her goddess, then her next target is PJ's last living descendant. She's in danger. We need to hurry. Zack, the climax is upon us. Whoever hit me in that control room sure wasn't holding back. The blow was so devastating that I passed out instantly. There aren't many people who could do that. Oh, they hit me right in my head, so my memories are fuzzy. Not my finest hour, to say the least. Now, what should we do next? First, we're going to need to refresh ourselves a little. Sunbathing, Zack. Let's go bask in some liquid sunshine that's just as hot as the sun out there.
Now that's what I'm talking about. You can't get fine eating like this at any of those diners out there. So thanks, mister. Next time you get a hankering for old-time Creole food, just stop on by.
Caffeine, Zack. We need caffeine, full of energy, just like that blazing sun. That's what we need to refresh our brains. What do you say? Let's kick back and enjoy some good old-fashioned coffee.
Doth thou verily? I can see it. Thou hath discovered.
Caffeine, Zack. We need caffeine, full of energy, just like that blazing sun. That's what we need to refresh our brains. What do you say? Let's kick back and enjoy some good old-fashioned coffee. I still don't feel refreshed yet, Zack. How about we go and grab a warm cup of joe? I'm sure it'll lead us to a new revelation.
Oh, my Lord! You sure look pooped, honey.
Hello, Alexis. Yes, someone did quite the number on me.
Must have given you one heck of a shiner. Well, Let me get you some coffee so you can relax, honey.
Yes, that's it, Alexis. Just what I was waiting for. Would it be possible to get an especially pungent cup, smoldering with all the heat of the southern sun?
Coming right up.
Zack, look. Hattie. No, Melvin. No!
Oh, my Lord, what are you trying to do? Wake the dead? What's wrong, honey?
Where is this boathouse located?
Oh, my Lord, what's going on with you? Your poor voice is positively trembling.
Just tell me. Where is this boathouse located?
There's lots of boathouses around these parts, honey. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, then can you at least tell me when this photo was taken?
Looks to me like it was taken during the Clarkson Campbell wedding party when PJ married his ex-wife Audrey.
There was a building this tall in town back then?
Oh, you know what? That must be the cold storage warehouse. That big billboard on the roof is the Clarksons, see? I bet you'd be able to get a great view of all the boathouses in the swamp from up there.
Thank you. That's all the info I need. Would you mind if I borrowed this?
Shoot, of course not, honey.
Thanks for your help. And keep the change.
Oh, my Lord.
Zack, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one. We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the Why do you think the Clarksons chose a dragonfly for their family crest? In some European countries, dragonflies are called devil's needles, and folklore suggests that they fly around, sewing up the mouths of children who don't do as they're told. In Japan, some samurai helmets are also shaped like dragonflies. There, dragonflies are seen as beneficial insects who march valiantly ahead, preying on the pests that devour crops. In other words, dragonflies symbolize opposite things depending on whether you're in the east or the west. But why did the Clarksons choose this insect to be their symbol? I can't help but feel like it's something deeper than the cliched image of Zack, it appears to be closed. Let's come back during... Lena Doman. If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victim's tongue. If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decomposed. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then. So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boonga. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realm? Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zack, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it